Hello and welcome to another Let's Play of Eldfall Chronicles. As you can see here, I had to rearrange my table a little bit because this playing field is quite large. And as you also can see, we are now at the Hanging Valley Shrine. And let's go right into the lore. Built into the cliffside is an intricate weathered structure supported by massive wooden beams that reach deep into the chasm below. Once this place held a breathtaking floating shrine, a rare and sacred site devoted to the worship of the stars close to the heavens. No, only remnants of its former grandeur remain. A precarious network of fragile hanging bridges stretched across the cliffs, some vanishing into the thick mountain's mists. To reach the summit, you will need to pass through the ruined shrine and cross one of the bridges ahead. As you can see here, this is the layout. I already put down the tiles here. And now, fate check. Overwhelming corruption. If you don't have at least fate green J or P, the undead hostiles of this quest have +3 toughness, +2 armor, +1 HP. And having a look at our fate token, we have green J, so that's fine. And the quest ends if all heroes leave the field through the exit. Heroes may leave only if there are no hostiles on tile 22-8. And to get there, we need to go here at this tile, and here's quite some action. I'm not sure how I will handle it, but before we go into the quest, let's go to the chaos deck and make a weather check. Raging Animus, freezing winds, that's not good, dire ambush, and healing rays. Okay, we start with freezing winds. This might be a long and arduous game. Okay. Let me reshuffle the chaos deck and I'll let you join as soon as we will continue with the freezing winds. But before that, I decide to try to get wind slash, and to complete that I have to exploit weak points and cause at the same time more than one wound to a hostile enemy, engage with another hero to unlock it, and if we unlock it once per quest, the hero that gets it, when he exploits a weak point, all of his strikes became critical hits instead of normal hits. Might become useful. So I will reshuffle, and then we will go into the first turn of the heroes immediately with the freezing winds. Okay, for the hero's first turn, where we already have the freezing wind out, let's see what happens. Starting with Anari. She has an armor of 3, toughness of 8, therefore 11 or less. We have a natural 20, which means she's not good. Is she also wounded? With a 10, at least she's not wounded. But she's out. Sagan, 19 or less. With an 18, he's fine. Theros has an armor of 3 and a toughness now of 12, therefore 14 or less. With a 6, he's fine. And Anara, with a 9, she's also fine. She has now toughness of 13, plus her armor because of reinforced iron hide, +3, therefore she is 16 or less. 3 are good, and Nari is not good, and Nara will cast Spectral Sight onto herself. And with this, Sagan will do the honor and triggering the encounter. So with this, let's go over and see what we have here. A small white paper figure flutters towards you, moving with an unnatural lifelike grace. For a moment it tilts its head, as if considering you. Then, without a sound, it drifts away, resuming its patrol. You look ahead. The rest of the guards are far less discerning. Undead figures hover and shuffle across the walkway, their hollow eye sockets glowing with a sickly light, searching for any intruders. The walled walkways provide plenty of cover, and with careful timing you might be able to slip past unnoticed. Place Forgotten Hero and Bonewalker on 2, facing Guard Tower. Place Vengeful Spirit and Bonewalker 3 and 4. Place Encounter 2 on the line of quest quest rules. So here we go. Distracted hostiles placed in this encounter. Distracted hostiles placed in this encounter use each of their AP to walk from the starting position, moving clockwise towards 1. Once they reach 1, they begin a new lap back towards their starting position, continuing in this manner. As they move, they perform perceive checks. On a successful interroll, any hidden heroes on the same or adjacent space are revealed. The hostile then turns and gains line of sight to that hero. The player may choose which hero. If the hostile gains line of sight to a hero or is attacked, its destructive state is cancelled. All undeads have blah blah blah. These modifiers stacked with a fate modifier are in play as well. So that might be toughness +3, armor +2, and HP +2 in total. Oh, that's nasty. Hiding. Heroes can hide to avoid detection. Any hero may attempt to hide in a space with cover, dense, or difficult environment. To do so, the hero must become crouched and perform an int or agility roll. If successful, they remain hidden until the activate or reaction. Okay, that's quite interesting. And just to give you an overview, the one is here. We will be placing a Bone Walker and Forgotten Hero 2 who will go clockwise, or was it counter? Clockwise. So here, these two are the first. On 3, we will be placing a Vengeful Spirit and a Bone Walker facing 4. These two are facing towards the guard tower, so down. And encounter 2, place encounter 2 on the line between 4 and 1. So these two spaces that as soon as I enter 22B, it will be triggered. Interesting. Even if we could become crouched, I think that I will just smash the undead. We will see how well this goes. I will place them and then continue with my turn. Okay, I placed the hostiles, you can see here and here. And because Anari is freezing, I decided to go actually a space back with Sagan to stay protected. And now Nara will activate. Why I do this is because Nara has currently 3 mana token from previous quests, and even I have reread the command undead and it goes against the tier. So tier 2 Forgotten Hero with a total offense defense of 17 and accuracy of 17, 3 hit points is quite interesting. And even since the fate check said that they do not gain +3 toughness, armor, and hit point, his stats are quite impressive, and I want him on my side to make this quest a little bit easier. So with this, Nara will activate, and Nara will try to cast onto herself Leech Life. Here's her first activation. And an 18 is sadly not enough. She has an intelligence of 14. And with her second activation, Nara will try to cast Leech Life on Sagan. And here with the 7, it is far better. Sagan is now enchanted. Normally he could use his Martial Gravitas synergy card to attack now, but there's no opponent. Melee attack. And with the Bolts of Prowess, he has an offense and defense of 19 already. So, without any further waiting, let's turn around the first one. One hero may spend 1 AP to remove 1 wound and then reshuffle. Sadly, none of my heroes is wounded, so let's go immediately back to our hostiles. Activate 1, 1, 2. It will make an intelligence roll to perceive. Within 3, it would have actually perceived anything, but here are no heroes, so 1, 2. Once again, no chance. 1, 2, 1, 2. So I will just place these around here. And this one, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Since the ruler says that they spend their activation points to make a walk, I think this will override their usual reaction until they, since it is a distraction, I think I'm playing this right as I do here. And without the reshuffling, let's go right into the hero's next turn. It's the Freezing Winds, so Anari 11 or less. It's a 3, which is good. She's fine. Sagan 19 or less. 14. Theros 11 or less. 14. With a 10 he's fine. And now Nara. With a 9 she's also fine. Okay, I can act with my heroes uninterrupted. And I'll start with Nara in her strategic phase, causing Spectral Sight onto herself. And since the Command Undeck is an aura spell, it has a range of 3 spaces. Nara will walk 1, 2, and 3. Going up to here with her movement. I just noticed she has now a movement of 4 even. She's quite fast. But now the Bone Walker in its reactive role, line of sight within reach. No, target out. Okay, she does not target the Bone Walker. She targets the Forgotten Hero. She will spend 2 of her mana points and cast Command Undeck on him. Therefore, he shifts his allegiance, he keeps his APs, and becomes a friend and ally. That was the word. So, now these 2 are immediately engaged. This will cause Sagan to activate. Sagan will run 1, 2, 3, 4, going up to here. And Nari will activate next. 1, 2. She will cast Melting Touch on Nara. Arcane Step allows her to move an additional space. And Theros will walk 1, 2, staying here to be the last hero towards the entrance. And Theros will attack the Bone Walker. The Bone Walker will just try to dodge. And since we have no snow, Theros can actually use his Assassination 1 skill to get +3 onto his crossbow. The Bone Walker will try to dodge. Will Theros be able to hit? With a 13, he is absolutely able to hit. He now needs an 18 or less. And the Bone Walker has an agility of 8, and he does not get a bonus to it. Therefore, is he able to dodge? With a 7, and he has an agility of 8. Yes, he absolutely manages to dodge, and dodges 1 space closer, entering Sagan's space, who is currently not enchanted, which will immediately change because Oneri goes 1 space forwards and casts Melting Touch onto Sagan, who becomes enchanted, and he's immediately allowed to make a strike 1 melee attack. So strike 1 for this, and Sagan will use second wind to get a second wind to get a second strike. And hitting the Undead, who is unable to react because the activation was from Anari. 19 or less. These are 2 hits. Total power of 15. Therefore 15 or less because Melting Touch makes him ignore armor. 10 and 15 is enough, both, and with a burn each. Yeah, this Bone Walker is immediately destroyed. So, activated once, except of Anari, who activated twice. And with this, Sagan stays where he is. Nara stays where she is. Do they? Yes. Theros. Oh wait, let me move this 1, 2, 3. He goes securing my backline. And Theros goes... let's go with Nara here. And Theros goes up to here. I'm unsure if I'm feeling safe with the controlled Forgotten Hero in my back. But we will see about this. So, I will reshuffle the Chaos deck, and then we will go right into the hostile's turn. Okay, it's the hostile's turn, and we will see what happens. Illusionary Ambush. Heroes must perform more roll. On a fail, they must perform another die roll and walk 2 spaces either towards the exit or entrance. For each hero is rolled separately. So, let's see. Anari has a more of 13. With a 12, she is fine. Sagan is fearless, which makes him immune to panic, but with an 11, he's also fine. Now, Theros. rolled a 5. He has a moral of 12, is fine. And Nara has a moral of 14. With a 17, she is not fine. 1 to 10, it's to the exit. And it's not, it's to the entrance. 1, 2. It's up to here. This might be bad, because, let me just check again what the distracted rule is. On a success intro, any hidden heroes in the same or adjacent spaces are revealed. The hostile then turns and gains line of sight to the hero. If the hostile gains line of sight to a hero or is attacked, its distracted state is cancelled. Okay, this is not good, because now 1, 2, it has line of sight. 1, 2, it has a line of sight. And that means that they normally, and both with 2 spaces, aren't able to get into contact with Nara. And line of sight, walk towards the enemy. So the Bone Walker just goes 1, 2, goes closer. But the Vengeful Spirit, if he has line of sight, he runs towards the hero, which goes up to here. So it is in the same space as Nara. It is out of activation, but Nara is still able to activate, and Nara will use it to attack the Vengeful Spirit. And since it does not have any activation points, Nara will have 3 strikes. 2 strikes, because 1 in her reactive role, not active, and 1 for her claw rule. With a defense of 13, a 12 and a 7 are hits. Since she is enchanted with Melting Touch, ignoring armor, therefore she has now a toughness of 13 plus 2 for her claws, 15 or less. 18 not, but the 7 is enough, and since it's magical it is not halved. But the 19 will not burn, but since the Vengeful Spirit only has 1 wound, it is destroyed. Immediately going over to our heroes. Or before that, since, does he has Vigilance? He has Vigilance, so the Forgotten Hero 360 degree. And Theros and the Forgotten Hero would have activated to attack the Bone Walker who just arrived. Starting with Theros, Assassination 1, 19 misses. The Bone Walker, only accuracy 17 with its bow. 17 is enough to hit. It has a power equal to toughness 13 minus the armor of 2, 11 or less. 1 is a hit. And no, minus 3 to incoming melee attacks because of the shield, plus 3 armor against ranged attacks. But a 1 is nevertheless a hit, which destroys the Bone Walker. So it already paid off to get him, because now there are once again no hostiles on the field. And with this, let's roll if our heroes are okay. Anari with a natural 20 is not fine. Is she wounded? With a 12, she is actually wounded. So, getting 1 wound. Luckily, now she has 2 wounds. Theros with a 19 is not fine. With a 2, at least he's not wounded. Sagan with a 3 is fine. And Nara with a 19 is not fine. And with a 15, she has a toughness 3 plus 2 armor. And models with 1 or more wounds then must perform another toughness roll, not with the so 15 is enough to also wound Nara. Only Sagan is allowed to activate. And since I played that Undead Armorine to the freezing, I will do it the same as here. And yeah, basically Sagan will just move up to Nara and stay where he is, while the Forgotten Hero goes into the same space as the other 2 and stay where he is. With this, let's go right into the Chaos deck. Terror's Embrace. Choose a hero hostile with the highest tier on the field. Okay, there is no one. Each hero must perform. Each thrower must walk from the hostile. Okay, since there is no hostile, nothing happens. Let's go into the next round and let's see what happens. Anari with a 7 is fine. Theros with a 13 is fine. He needs a 15 or less. Sagan with a 20 is not fine, but his toughness 12 makes him fine. And Nara with a 2 is fine. Okay. How do we want to do it? Nara goes one space up, spectral side onto her in her strategic phase. One space up, and she tries to cast with 2 dice. Second chance on Anari to heal her. With a 12 and 10, that's good enough to heal Anari. She will activate immediately a second time and cast the same onto herself. 17 and 20 is not enough, so she only heals Anari. I just put down the wound token. Anari then will activate. She will go 1-2 spaces and cast Melting Touch onto Nara, moving up to here to Sagan. And now she will activate a second time, cast Melting Touch onto Theros, and goes back to here because Theros has 1, 2, 3. He is better suited to stay here. And the Forgotten Hero goes back to here. And yeah, that's my next hero's turn. Unless I find anything I can do else. No, not really. Therefore, let's go right into the next hostiles phase. And we are, as we can see here, in the night. All hostiles gain speed and range attack with the hostiles with a suffer -3. Okay. We still have no hostiles on the field. Therefore, hero's next turn. Let's see. Anari with a 2 is fine. Sagan with a 13 is fine. Theros with a 16 is not fine, but with an 8 he is at least not wounded. And Nara with a 12 is fine. Okay. Nara casts Spectral Sight onto once more. She will go 1 space up. Sagan goes 1-2 spaces up. And Nari goes 1 space here. And the Forgotten Hero also shuffles a bit along to hold the back line. With this, Anari casts Melting Touch onto these 2. And with this, let's see what the hostiles will get. Blinding Rage. Tier 3 or highest hostile gains Sweep 2 and Unstoppable. We still have no hostiles. Freezing Wind. Anari with a 5 is fine. Sagan with a 15 is fine. Theros with a 5 is fine, and Nara with a 17 is not fine, and this is cocked. And a 4, she at least does not get any wounds. Sagan goes 1 space up, and Nari goes 1 space up, casts Melting Touch onto Sagan, casts Melting Touch onto Theros, who walks also 1 space up, and the Forgotten Hero shovels along to secure the back line. And the next hostiles turn. Regroup. 2 different heroes may spend an AP to either remove a wound or a weak point. Yeah, that's good because Theros has 1 wound and Sagan has a weak point, so these 2 will cure that. Oh, and I just not. Oh, sorry. I put Nara's wound token. No. Theros has a wound token, not Nara. Theros will heal and Sagan will remove 1 weak point. So Sagan has only 1 weak point, and now all my heroes are fully healed. I think at least that was it was, and not Nara had the wound. I'm unsure about it, but I will just play it this way. Okay, and with this, it's once again the hero's turn. Let's see. Anari with a 19 is not fine, and with a 13 she is wounded. Sagan is fine with an 11. Nara, Theros, as a 17 is not fine, and with a 5 he's at least not wounded. And Nara with a natural 1 is fine. Okay, and Nari Spectral Sight onto herself. She will cast Second Chance onto Anari just to heal her. With a natural 1 and a 17, the natural 1 is enough to heal Anari, keeping her alive. And then Nara will cast Leech Life onto Sagan. With a 3 this is good enough. Sagan is once again boosted to 19. And the rest will stay where they are. Because, well, Nara will walk 1 space up just to keep my front. Now the next Set number, spawn one tier 1 hostile on the space that has an intrigue token. Here is none. And is closer to the entrance. If there are no intrigue, spawn behind the last one space beyond the last one. So it's at the Forgotten Heroes space. 1 to 10, it will be a Vengeful Spirit. It's a 10. The Vengeful Spirit spawns here, has 2 activation points. It will attack the Forgotten Hero, which will trigger. Sagan has also Vigilance, so he is allowed to shoot also. And the Forgotten Hero will also react. So, the Forgotten Hero has Warrior and Marksman. I forgot to use the Warrior ability, but maybe next turn I will think about it. So, the Forgotten Hero has 1 attack with a defense of 17. 18 he fails. And the Vengeful Spirit has an offense of 10, but because of the Strength and Undead rule, he has offense plus 3, therefore 13. With a 2 it hits, it ignores armor, it has a toughness of 10, therefore it only has a power of 10, ignoring armor because of Spectral, and with a 7, this is enough to put a wound onto the Forgotten Hero. And Sagan is allowed to attack. He will use his fencing allowed to use in the range with a range attack. Unsure, so I will just shoot with his short bow. With a 5 he hits. Power of 13. This is halved. Actually, no, it is not halved because of Melting Touch. It's magical. No Melting Touch, Leech Life. So, with an 11, that is enough to destroy the Vengeful Spirit and heal 1 wound. Okay, that was short. Hero's turn. Anari with a 3 is fine. Sagan with a 7 is fine. Theros with a 17 is not fine. And with a 12 at least he's not wounded because he has now toughness 12. And Nara with a 20 is not fine. And with a 7 at least she's not wounded. Anari casts Melting Touch on Sagan and onto the Forgotten Hero. And we'll go right into the next hostile's turn. Daylight? Nope. Nightly Friends. Spawn 2 tier 1 hostile, 1 space in front of the first hero. Luckily Sagan is able to attack. So, 1 to 10 it's a Vengeful Spirit. It is 1 Vengeful Spirit. 1 to 10 it's another one. It's another one. I will just grab it. And then I will let you join as soon as I continue with the hostile's turn. Let's start with the first Vengeful Spirit. It will enter the same space as Nara and as Sagan. And will attack. 1 to 10 it attacks Nara. It attacks Nara. Sagan will use his Protector skill. Therefore he has 1 for Protector, 1 for his Sentinel, and he will use his Masterful Parry to reduce the Vengeful Spirit's offense by 3, therefore down to 10. Sagan has a 19. Black is the Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit has a 3. Sagan has an critical hit and a normal hit, and the 4 actually beats the 3 in this confrontation. 2 hits, ignoring armor anyway because the Vengeful Spirit has none. 15 or less. These are 2 wounds. And the burn also destroys this Vengeful Spirit. The next Vengeful Spirit activates, and let's see, 1 to 10 it attacks Nara. It attacks Nara again. This will be the same procedure. Sagan reduces the Vengeful Spirit's offense. And the 7 beats the 3. From the Vengeful Spirit, but the 7 of the Vengeful Spirit is beaten by the 17 of Sagan. 1 hit for Sagan. With a 15 it's just enough to wound the spirit, and the burn of 15 also removes its miniature. So that was a quick and easy hostile and counter. Next hero's turn. Anari with a 11 is fine. Sagan with a 17 is fine, luckily his armor. Theros with a 6 is fine. And Nara with a 16 is not fine. With an 18 she also takes a wound. Not great. Okay, Anari stays where she is. She will cast Melting Touch onto Sagan and onto Theros. Theros will just go 1 space up. The Vengeful Spirit, Forgotten Hero, also goes 1 space up. Going right into the hostile's turn. The highest tier hostile is not there and it is shuffled in the deck. Let's go right into the hero's phase. Anari with a 16 is not fine, and with a 20 she is wounded. Looking great, not at all. Sagan with a 15 is fine. Theros with a 6 is fine. And Anari with a 6 is also fine. Theros will burn one of his medicines in his strategic phase to heal Anari immediately of a wound. And Anari will cast Spectral Sight to enchant herself. And then all will stay where they are. Anari first casts Second Chance onto herself with a 10 and a 17. The 10 is enough to heal her. Therefore she is healed. And then she will cast Leech Life onto Sagan with a 19. That's not enough. Sagan is currently not boosted. Might be actually useful for the unlocking of the Whirlwind Strike. I will reshuffle the Chaos deck, and then we will see what next Chaos card we will have. Hopefully an environment so that we can get rid of the Frozen Wind or Freezing Winds. Let's see, hoping for a weather card. And we get Hostile Recovery. The 2 highest tier hostile will recover 1 HP and it is reshuffled. Okay, let's continue attempting to move our heroes. Anari. 18 is not fine, and with a 7 she's at least not wounded. Sagan, 16 is fine. Theros, 19 is not fine, and with a 10 he's at least not wounded. And Nara, with a 4, is also fine. Nevertheless, only because he does not get any activation points, he can regain the first medicine and use his second medicine on Anari, so that it is still in use. Nara will cast Leech Life onto Sagan, Spectral Sight in the strategic phase onto her. With a 4, Sagan is now able to regain hit points, and she will cast Leech Life onto herself too. With a 19, she will do not. Once again, I will shuffle the Chaos deck and let you join as soon as I'm ready to draw a card. And here we are back. Let's see what we will have. Reckless Abandon. Tier 1 hostile against Sweep. Shuffle the Chaos deck. What will the heroes do? It's a 2 for Anari, and Sagan has a 4. Theros has a 11. Oh, Nara, will you do something? It's a natural 1. Yes, my heroes will do actually something this turn. Sorry for sounding a little bit salty, but I am, because I really dislike the Freezing Winds. So, Theros regains his medicine. And now, Sagan will walk 1 space up, triggering Encounter 2. And we are in the dense terrain. Let's go here and see what the Encounter 2 is. You spot a skeletal figure clad and tarnished on Myodo ropes draped over rusted armor. Patrolling the wooden walkways, its hollow eye socket flicker with a faint spark of awareness as it moves in slow, deliberate steps. In its bony fingers, it twirls divination stones, their smooth surface clicking soft in the cold air. Place Intrigue Token 1 on 9. Place a Forgotten Hero distracted. It's a Forgotten Champion 1 space south of 8. So here is the Forgotten one thing. And the Forgotten Champion, and here is the Intrigue Token. Place Encounter 3 next to tile. When a hero steps on the tile, the Encounter 3 triggers. Okay. Interesting. I will place that down and let you join as soon as I have done that. I forgot to read out the other quest rules, because the Forgotten Champion is also distracted according to the Undead Patrols 2, which is basically the same as previously with all the undead we had here. And also the Forgotten Champion is a Forgotten Hero who has +3 armor, +3 hit points and strike 1. It has also Watchful. It is a boss monster which is able to exploit 1 weak point from the heroes to give him the slowed state. So, quite nasty and quite tasty for Nara. With all that information, I will get Sagan 1 space back, just so that it will not get any line of sight, even when it usually should have one. And with that, my heroes stay where they are. Nari casts Melting Touch on these 2. Nara will cast... she will actually try to cast Soul Leech, so to gain some more mana points onto herself. I think it was strike 1. 17, it is not enough. Second chance onto herself. With a 14, it is enough, so she will be able to snack some mana tokens. With that, let's see what the hostiles will get. Brief Respite. One hero may spend 1 AP to remove 1 wound. My heroes are all fine. The Forgotten Champion will just use a walk action or 2 walk actions. So 1, 2, 1, 2. He will go up to here. Let's see if my heroes are fine. Sagan, Anari, sorry, 4 is fine. Sagan now with a 19, it's barely fine because of his armor 6 and toughness 13. Theros with a 20 is not fine, and with a 16 he is wounded. Not good, Theros. And now Nara with a 12, she's fine. Spectral Sight onto herself. And 1, 2, then the Forgotten Hero will attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we will do it that way. My Forgotten Hero will activate first. 1, 2, 3, 4. He will go up to here. And since his body is watchful, it has 4 activation points and will now use one of these. So I will just turn it right up to attack my Forgotten Hero with its corroded bow. It has strike 1. And with a 15 it is absolutely enough to hit, because also all undead have +3/+3 offense, defense, accuracy and 1 hit point. So it has a total of 4 hit points, so it has 6 hit points in total. But for this one, 15 is enough to hit. And with a 7 it does it have its power? No, its power is not enchanted, so power of 13 minus armor 6, it's just enough to put a second wound on my luckily 3 wounds Forgotten Hero, but it is staggered and therefore loses its second activation point. Now it will stay there and shoot at the Forgotten Hero because it's the closest hostile, which might be... is it good? Is it not good? It's not good. Theros and Anari are both... no, Anari is fine, only Theros is out. Only Theros is out, so let's see. Do I want to do something? Nara can reroll a dodge and has an agility of 13. Yeah. Nara will activate next. 1, 2, 3, and 4 she will dodge into the space of the Forgotten Hero. Forgotten Champion. Forgotten Champion will attack. With a 14 he will hit. Nara has a 13 agility, and with a 2 it is enough to dodge and therefore be in melee with this Forgotten Champion. Now Sagan will activate and he will run 1, 2, 3, 4, going into the same space as the Forgotten Champion, who will activate and attack Sagan with 1 strike from his corroded sword. With a 19 he gets +3 of defense, therefore it's a 17. It's not enough to hit Sagan, which is great because now Anari 1, 2 activates. Yeah, Theros was out. And she will cast Melting Touch onto Sagan, who is immediately allowed to activate. The Forgotten Hero's champion is not allowed to activate because it's from Anari. Therefore 1 attack for Sagan and a second one because of second wind. He is enchanted, therefore offense of 19. 11 and 13, these are 2 hits. Power 15, ignoring armor. 3 and 11, these are already 2 wounds. 1, 2. Now let's see if the burn does anything. A 4 and a 8, these are 2 additional wounds. We are at a total of 4 wounds already. And Sagan has at level 3 finishing strike. Let me just try to grab Sagan's card to have a read on it. When this model causes wounds to a target, it may immediately make an unmodified strength 1 attack against the same target at the same item skill if there are multiple targets. Choose 1. So with this, Sagan is, since this was his reaction because of he made a strike, he wounded, He is allowed to make another strike. 19 or less, it's a 15, 15 or less, it's a 7, this is a 5th wound. And now the burn quality, with a 3 it is enough to put a 6th wound onto the Forgotten Champion. He has 3 additional wounds because of his Forgotten Champion. Or also he would have an additional strikes, therefore he would have 6 strikes. And another wound, so 4 wounds in total. They are accumulating to a total of 6. And Sagan just has done 6 wounds because of the burn and the finishing strike, and yeah. And that was all thanks to Anari's casting Melting Touch onto Sagan. Now she will cast Melting Touch onto Nara, and we'll just go 1 space back. Sagan will go 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces up to here. Nara will go up to here. Sagan will use this Rangers class to go here, just to protect Theros in case something happens and spawns behind them. And with just destroying the Forgotten Champion, I will reshuffle the Chaos deck and see what happens. I just noticed that the Vengeful Spirits and the Bone Walkers should have 2 wounds, but I think I have done enough damage, and saying with the burn quality, I think I would still have been able to destroy all these in one go, so I will not replay that one. And let's jump right into the Raging Animals, the highest tier hostile against an extra AP, and yeah, shuffle into the Chaos deck. Let's see if my heroes are allowed to activate. Anari, 19 and a 3, she is out. Theros, 16 and a 20. Oh, Theros is actually down because he got and he got a 2nd wound, so he is actually down. Nara with a 16 is not fine, and a 17 she's also wounded. So I'm losing basically to bad weather. Sagan with a 4 is at least fine. Okay, Sagan is the only one allowed to activate, along with the Forgotten Hero. All they do is staying where they are. And let's reshuffle the Chaos deck and see what will happen next. Okay, the Chaos deck is reshuffled. Let's see what happens. Heavy Snow, finally. Since this... And if there's another play, discard both cards. Man, I'm glad that this is over. And since there's only 1 Freezing Wind, we can now go on and slay this whole game. Okay, starting with Theros, who will use one of his medicines to get out of the incapacitated state and heal 1 wound. Now casts Spectral Sight onto herself. Okay, with this, basics done. Sagan starts with running, 1, 2, 3, 4, going up to here. And Neri, 1, 2, goes up to here, casts Melting Touch onto Sagan, moves up 1 space. Sagan goes another 1, 2 spaces up here. Theros goes 1, 2, 3 spaces. Narok goes 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces next to Sagan. And Neri goes up to here, casts Melting Touch onto Nara. And Theros goes 1, 2 before the Forgotten Hero goes up to here with his last wound, trying to keep the whole area around the heroes safe. Okay. Thank the weather is over. Now let's go with the next hostile. And we get right into Solid. The entire field is considered dense. Okay, so no strike 1 attacks. And with that, I think Sagan will do the honorable act of 1, 2 and use an activation point to activate the Intrigue token. Let me just turn over the page and then let's see what is happening here. You step cautiously into the Chamber of Evocations, a vast and solemn space where countless dangerous spirits were once imprisoned by the Omyoji, masters of rituals who safeguarded in the court, passing their wisdom to each new generation. The chamber is nestled deep within a cave, its tall narrow walls carved by time and lint lined with wooden slates etched with ancient symbols. Hundreds of lanterns hang suspended from the walls and ceiling. They glow, once casting a dreamlike atmosphere, but now flickering faintly, barely holding back the darkness. Smaller cages which once held spirit imprisoned dangle empty around the chamber. At the center, a golden pagoda-shaped cage sways gently, suspended with thick chains, their soft metallic clinks echoing through the hollow. Inside, a bluish aura pulses against the fragile barrier, as if testing the limits of its confines. You notice the two chains anchoring the cage are stretched tight, but each has a single weakened link, delicate enough that a well-aimed strike could shatter them. It's a dog. Who released all the others? The one left is bound only by physical restraints. Place Komainu or 9. If the Komainu is freed, receive Fate E. If you do not have more than 2 dark heroes, if the Komainu becomes an ally, I do not have 2, I have no dark hero. Receive upgrade card. If you have 2 or more dark heroes, each hero must perform an agility roll. On a failure, he suffers so. Freeing Komainu. Komainu are guardian lion dogs acting to protect against evil spirits. They are inherently good, loyal, and powerful lesser deities, serving as a divine messenger and shrine guardians. This one lost its freedom to an Oni witch, along with its twin and its master, and now seeks new allies and vengeance. Heroes may attempt to free them with a successful performing attack action on the space within the tree. To fully free the Komainu, you must succeed to complete one attack action on both Intrigue Token 1 and Intrigue 2 space. I have no idea where Intrigue Token 2 is. Is there something in the altars? It is not. Place Intrigue Token 1 on 9. It is done. On both Intrigue. And here's nowhere to place the Intrigue Token 2. So, I will just say... wait. Page 59, it's not the case. You should suspicious, unstoppable, no. In the errata is nothing about this page. So I will just say it makes narratively the most sense that there are 2 attacks and 2 change mentioned in the flavor text. So I will do it both in the same space with a successful attack action. So basically striking it. Okay. I will wait with placing the Guardian Dog, because this was Sagan's first activation. Nara will go up 1, 2, and she will make an attack roll with 2 attacks. 17 and 5. The 5 is a successful attack, so the first link is broken. Nara will go 1, 2. She will cast Melting Touch onto Sagan, who's allowed to make a strike 1 attack with 2 strikes. 19 and 8, 2 hits. Therefore, I free the Guardian Lion Dog, and he will become an ally. Now, Nara will go 1 space here, cast Melting Touch on Nara, and go back to Theros. Sagan will go 1, 2 spaces back to here. And next, Nara will go also 2 spaces back, and she will cast Second Chance onto herself to heal herself. With the 3 and the 13, these are 2 wounds, but she has only 1 damage. And that was my hero's turn. Okay, let's see what happened here. Hate for Fortitude, 2 highest hostiles, there is none, and then I can reshuffle it. Let me just have another look. Did I really not overlook something? Place Encounter 2, Intrigue 1. Encounter 3 will happen as soon as I enter this tile. No. There is missing where I should place the Intrigue Token 2. Okay. With all that said, it's the hero's turn. And let's go right straight up to the final room. So, Sagan 1, 2, 3, 4. Nara 1, 2, 3, 4. And Nari 1, 2. Casting Melting Touch on Theros, moving up 1 space. Sagan 1, 2, 3, waiting, Nara 1, 2, 3, Nari 1, 2, melting touch onto Nara, Tharos 1, 2, 3 goes here, and 1, 2, 3 goes here. Forgotten Hero goes up to here and saves the back arrow. Keep a watchful eye at the back. The next entrance, or the hostile's turn, I will reshuffle the chaos deck and then we will see what happens. Okay, with this, let's go into the hostile's turn. We have Precarious Ember spawn 2 tier 1 hostiles on the space with a loot token closest to the entrance. There are no loot token. 1 space behind the last hero and 1 space in front of the first. So, last hero is here and first hero is here. Let's see which one activates first. This one's spawned to 10. This one will activate first. And 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 16, 15. It will go right up to here and will attack Anari, who will wait. And Tharos will activate, and this vengeful Forgotten Hero will activate by dodging. He will dodge 1 space closer. Now, the Vengeful Spirit here will attack. Wulsang uses Protector skill. He could do it for 1. He's enchanted. He could make a strike. Yeah. He didn't have to move because it's a 3 space field. Thang will use his Protector skill to attack the Vengeful Spirit. The Vengeful Spirit's offense will be reduced by 3, so therefore down to 10 again. 10 or less. It hits. Sagan 19 or less. 19 and 12. 2 hits for Sagan. And Sagan with a 17 and a 15 destroys the Vengeful Spirit. That was a short entrance. Now this Vengeful Spirit 1 to 10 will attack Nara. It's a 5. And therefore Sagan is allowed to do a free Protector skill. Same procedure as previously. The Vengeful Spirit with a 12, because of Masterful Parry, is not able to hit. And Sagan with a 7 and an 8 is able to hit. And with a 2 and a 20 he only wounds once. And with a 7 it is also burned. That was a short entrance. And now let's go into and trigger encounter 3. Sagan does the honor. Does Sagan the honor? Yeah, Sagan does the honor. I was thinking about the Forgotten Hero, but I will just shoot with it. So, let's see. A spectral guardian stood ominously by the exit, its translucent form blocking your path. Judging by its presence, it may have once been an Olmigio. Now bound to this place in undeath, spectral chains slither across the ground around it, ready to ensnare any who dare approach. You must find a way to overcome the warden, to continue your journey. One Rescue Spirit on the exit. A difficult terrain whenever he activates. While on the tile, they must perform an agility roll. Failure becomes immobile, cannot move on. Spirit placed in this encounter stops being distracted if it gains line of sight of a hero. Okay. I would say that is a general place so that it can see my hero, so okay. Here, line of sight. Thanks for nothing. So 1 space, 2 spaces. Sagan will dodge into the space of the Vengeful Spirit, who will try to hit him. When Sagan's dodge with a natural 1, and the hit will not do. So Sagan is in the space with 1, 2, and then 3 as first activation. Now it was, which was it? Roll and agility roll. In the strategic phase, Theros will use one of his medicines to heal himself, and Nara will use Spectral Sight onto herself. Okay, Nara will activate. Will Nara activate next? No. Sagan will activate next. Agility with an 8, he is not immobilized. 2 strikes anyway. Vengeful Spirit has a defense of 8, boosted by 3. Sagan will use Masterful Parry to reduce it back to 8. It will parry, and Sagan will roll a 9 and a 6. The 6 is countered by the 8. The 9 is a hit. A 4 is enough to destroy the Vengeful Spirit, and with a 5 it is also destroyed. So, since there are no opponents... Was he enchanted? I don't think he was enchanted. I don't think Sagan was enchanted. Sorry, because then I want 2, Melting Touch, Nara goes step here, and then the same procedure happens. that was what I was planning. Yeah, with all that, let's see. Aneri will activate. She has to make a toughness roll, an agility roll, sorry. Agility of 12, 13, I can't see it. Let's see what the dice say. It rolls 13. Lucky me. Let me just get a little bit over. And she has, so there you can see it too. On level 3, Aneri has an agility of 13. So she is fine. And yeah, she will move 1, 2 from the space. Theros will run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sorry. Nara 1, 2, 3, 4. And Sagan makes another agility check. With a 6, he's also fine and leaves the field. The Forgotten Hero will be where he is. So, with all this, let's go right to the ending. This place was not only a bridge to the divine, but also a vital shield against rogue spirits and voidal darkness. If its onmyojis were to return, restoring the premonitions and blessings that once safeguarded the Soga people from evil and unseen dangers, the balance might yet be restored. Perhaps you will be the one to bring about the change. The path ahead splits, you must choose. Ascend directly to the mountain shrine or take a detour to Mount Usuna Bell Tower first. If you didn't kill any hostiles, we killed all of them. In this quest, receive Fate D. Okay, we killed all of them. So, no Fate D. And as I said last time, we will here go to the from the Hanging Valley Shrine. We will make a short detour to Mount Isuna, because if we have a look now at our timetable, or here, we go just up to the dawn, go here. We have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 encounter chances still. We know that here will be another encounter. But with this, we have not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12. We only need 12 for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Sorry, 13. To get there, we have over 20 still available. So this should be enough room to destroy all of this upper part of Mount Bojil itself. So, I hope you enjoyed this, even if it had a salty start. Sorry for that. And otherwise, I hope you have a nice day. But before that, going into the next one, Putrid Bog. You came upon a full-smelling, unfrozen bog, an oddity in the winter landscape. Steam rises from its bubbling dark waters, littered with decaying carcasses of humans and animals. Despite the grim scene, the bog offers a tempting shortcut to save significant time. We can play the game or advance by 3 time periods. And we will play the Putrid Bog next. So, now is the time. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed it. And see you in the next game. Bye.